So you guys just finished the fight in the bandit camp near the Thorn River. And I'm going to assume that Kodon is dealing with his familiar pet, his horse. What do you guys want to do? Investigate the camp at all? Search the bodies? You guys can double click on the bodies.
Yes, do all that.
I did click on a bunch of them and I left their daggers and short bows and leather armors behind, but I took the treasure off of them last session. So sure. I'm carrying it, or I put it onto the group inventory.
So one thing you want to be careful with is because when you just dump stuff in there, like if you have a wagon or something, that makes sense. But part of the thing is if you want to carry all this stuff back, you have to carry it back, right? So
our horses do have should have, assuming you bought them, a saddlebag and they can carry stuff.
Sure. And I mean, as long as I look,
stuff you don't need on your person, you can put it on your horse.
As long as it doesn't get out of hand is the thing I want to make sure we're keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noted.
The stash is a more convenient place than squirreling it away in all the horses, right? So it's easier to put it in there. Let's just put within a reason. So while you guys search the camp up in this blind here, just to the south of you, on this side of the little stream here, is this little stash that you find. Has some tents, just a bunch of what looks like valuables.
The loot of their thieving.
Yeah, it's quite a bunch of liquor in there, and then this one here, the little stake icon, is basically you guys found the components to a spike snare in the wagon across the way.
Again, none of this stuff is sized for me, so if other people want to carry it, I endorse doing that. We should take this all, maybe take this all and make a trip back to decide this is it, where we've eliminated a good, we've made a big blow to the local bandits, and we have a haul of loot to sell off. So return to
is there did we find any I guess we just found everything we wanted to find, right? So and none of these guys are alive, right? We killed them all, right?
I am pretty sure that is the case.
Yep. They'll come back, but
didn't we tie
some
up
that are
the two
leaving.
guys? Yeah, the two guys that left earlier.
I don't think we ever really
We tied them up and left them and said we'll probably come back for you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever decided what we actually did with them.
I think the only thing we know is we didn't kill them because they gave us some intel. So I think now we just let them go, or
let them go. Do we want?
Could have had them tied and gagged at the camp. So where do we want to go from here?
So I think we're going to go to where we tied those guys up.
So did you just leave them in the wilderness, or would you have tied them up and we could have retcon and say you had them at the camp, right? They were tied and gagged.
Oh, we could do that, yeah.
Just camp far enough away where.
Yeah, they couldn't alert or anything.
Yeah.
So we'll I think consensus, we bring them back to camp. We tell them that, by the power invested in us for your crimes, the penalty is death for banditry, and then we hang them.
God.
Yeah.
Should we hang them or just stab them so it looks like, hey, somebody raided their camp? Hanging sends a different message. Do we want to send a message right now?
The big picture, I think, is probably not going to matter.
All right, well then, If,
I think we could probably just say they're dead and we can move on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I believe it's about like you've got a half a day left.
They should give us 2 actions. We can move into the next hex of wood.
Move into the next hex. So start making your way back. So yeah, you get there, then it's time for camping. Yep. You guys wake up in the morning. The clouds have all but gone. The sun's coming out. That nice crisp air where everything's still kind of a little bit damp, but from the rain, but you know, the sun's warming it up.
Oh, dude, already? Okay.
Everyone's well rested. Spell slots restored.
Yep.
And you have all 6 of your activities.
Yeah, but I need to make my check. If I make my check, we're moving at 50. We're at 40 move.
What's the
Right.
DC for it?
It is supposed to be average for the difficulty unless the average difficulty for the terrain unless the DM decides otherwise. And right now, with everybody on horses, our movement is 40. And moving at 40, we get 2 actions automatically. If I pass my check, it's like we're moving 50% higher. 50% higher is 60 feet movement effectively over land, which gives us 4 actions. We got a 15, so I would have beat it.
Yep.
We get to Oleg's bright and early.
Yeah, you make good time at least.
Quick.
So you guys roll up to Oleg's
I'm still serving breakfast.
trading post, and you notice that there's a new camp sitting outside. Like some people have set up a camp. Looks to be like they got some temporary tents or whatever, but you see some men working on like kind of more permanent long-term camping, you know, setup. And as you guys are rolling up, a fellow in armor approaches you and kind of is like, you know, well met. I am Keston. I assume that you guys are, I don't know if you have a name for yourselves, but like Claw.
I was about to say
Yeah. The group that helped out Oleg.
Heroes.
Yeah. Well, last night. What'd you do last night? I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah, we were called last night's heroes after the nonsense at the thing.
That has a lot of different connotations. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, I think it totally worked. I was very amused.
He basically, he's like, you know, we're grateful for your help with Oleg's. We, you know, wish we could have got here a little bit earlier and helped in that situation. But we're here now, and me and my men will.
Who are they?
His men. Just basically, he said we've been tasked with guarding, you know, setting up some, you know, as guards here for Oleg.
Like this is coming from the Swordmaster, or like where is it? Who's it?
From Restov.
What authorities?
They've been funded kind of by Restov, sponsored.
Oh, okay. I'm not against that.
But yeah, they're sponsoring, and he's like, he kind of looks at his men. He's like, well, you know, there's several who are hoping to, you know, gain some glory and reap some rewards for this sponsored event or sponsored, you know, task of taming these wildlands.
And are you?
Well, you may not be last night's heroes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Are you their commander then?
Yeah, you can call me that.
How many are there?
There's him and well, let's see, I think 4 others. Three others.
And they're setting themselves up like in a fortified camp, basically in front of the wall, like outside of the wall of Oleg's little outpost.
Yeah, they got some tents and some temporary stuff, but they seem to be building some like more permanent makeshift like more permanent tents, you know, more
Yurt
kind of setup. Yeah.
Probably putting a little ditch around their camp, stuff like that.
Okay.
And
what's his name?
He says, you know, have you any news to report on like the bandit activity? Have you made progress there?
Well, of course we've made progress. There's, and I say that's like 7, right? There's 7 dead bandits off to the west, you know, in their camp where we took out their, you know, their post. Will you be assisting in defense? Because we certainly have the chance of, you know, they might be coming after us, and so we should be ready for it. So what preparations are you going to be making besides setting up camp there?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're here to act as guard, you know, and you can tell like he's in full plate, and looking at the other guys with him, they don't seem necessarily to be military like men, but they definitely look like they can hold their own. And so he tells you, he's like, yeah, you know, that's what we're here for. We're here to defend this outpost. And, you know, if we get the chance to take out some more bandits and lessen the bandit population, the better. Says we would have been here a little sooner, but had a little bit of an issue with one of my members on the way here. Basically robbed us and fled into the Greenbelt, joined the bandits.
What does he look like?
I'm hoping to capture him and bring him back alive. He gives you a description of the man, like not you know, he kind of tells you of like a scar that he has on his cheek and a tattoo on his forearm.
I don't think we've seen him.
No, he doesn't. The description doesn't match anybody you've seen so far.
Good to know. We'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah. I'd probably motion the group, be like, hey, do we kind of tell them about the larger camp that we heard about down there, the Tuskwater? down over here.
I mean, you guys seem legit. Do we have any reason to hide it from them? But on the other hand, we also don't need to be.
I mean, he did ask you, like, what it was.
Like the moment we meet them, start telling them all our shit.
Yeah. So that's why I'd be like. That's why I'd kind of motion you guys to be like, look for an indication from you guys being like, hey, do we want to say more? Hey, okay, well, hey, enjoy setting up your camp. We're going to go in and get some food. We've been traveling for a few hours. Bye.
If you want to give me a recall knowledge check on this guy to kind of see. Kind of what you can, like, base on his demeanor and if recognize his name or anything. But Oksana, you recognize the name as like one of the noble houses in Brevoy.
Okay.
And you remember hints of a scandal that forced, like, you recognize his name that kind of forced him to take up more of like a mercenary, like, for soldier for hire type role.
Noble boy caught with a baker's daughter sort of thing.
A weaver's daughter, actually. Yeah.
That's it. Well, hey, maybe we can have dinner tonight. If you'd like to join us, be our treat. And then go inside.
Okay, yeah. He'd be grateful for that. So yeah, when you go inside, let me just activate. I could have just activated this one. You go inside. You guys didn't bring the other two. Oh, and the other thing you would notice is that bandit that you guys had previously tied up and stuff, you would have noticed that those guards had him kind of shackled to a post as well. So you come to Oleg's, and they both come out and greet you, and Svetlana greet you, like, rather cheerily, and Oleg's kind of his normal, dour self a little bit, kind of like gives you a nod, but isn't super talkative. You do notice that there is a new job on the job board.
You would like to read it?
See if I could show it to you.
Obald.
And I also added that find Falgrim is the guy that Keston is looking for.
Gotcha.
Actually, this would be it.
Keston is the guy we're eating dinner with, the captain of the little squad outside. Tusk Gutter is a big boar. And nasty.
Can we do you think we could do the Tusk Gutter and kobolds together and get that out there?
And
we'll also be in Fine
Gutter might be a tough fight.
Well, we don't know. I mean,
yeah,
if we go out there and it's bad, we can always head back. There's no.
I mean, he's the nastiest boar. We almost got stomped by a regular boar.
Yeah. Do we want to bring some other characters or some other NPCs with us?
There would be kind of on that wanted poster, kind of, a little makeshift map and you kind of looking at it would think that, you know, he says that this boar's been spotted the most in an area that's it's a little bit southwest of basically where the bandit camp was. When you're looking at the map, looks like it was fairly close.
Gotcha. You want to go after a big boar then?
And
down for that.
after, you know, like Svetlana would bring out some water and some stuff, and Oleg would come out, take the horses and stable them, and after a while he'd come out and kind of come up to one of you when Svetlana goes inside and just kind of like, hey, did you have any news on Svetlana's ring? Have you?
He has not gotten to the old sycamore yet. But we can make that a priority as well.
And he's like, oh, you know, of course I know you're busy. I just, you know, I was curious.
Yep. Yeah. One bandit camp is down, but more work to do.
I'll mark here on your guys' map. There we go. So that's been updated on it.
Oh, it's down there. Okay. Gotcha. A little further than the bandit camp.
Yeah, it was a little bit south of it.
Yeah, that and the old sycamore. We could do probably both of those in our next trip. The old sycamore is where the gremlins or whatever they were that took Svetlana's ring.
Yeah. Well, if we're in, that's heading into the green belt, right? For the old sycamore.
Yeah, but the
it's
bandit
about as far as.
Yeah, the bandit camp was as well too.
If you hit J to go to the journal and look at the map there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if it's in the green belt, what I'm trying to figure out is if it's in the green belt, like we can start with the tree and then we can kind of maybe if we don't go for the tusk, which that's not really the green belt, but the kobolds are kind of in the green belt, right?
Tusk Cutter is in the green belt. The green belt goes almost down to where like the Tuskwater is, the Tuskwater Lake.
Okay.
And the
Staglord
camp
is
up just
to like almost a bandit camp.
Got it.
Yeah, that's just out of it.
I see. I was thinking Greenbelt was just where the words Greenbelt were on the Stolen Lands map, but you're saying it's that whole region.
Yeah, so like when you highlight over it, there should be like a green outline around
green
it.
Outlet. Yep. I'm with you now. All
yeah,
set.
and that's
okay. Cool. Well, how about we go check out the tree?
Yeah, I like that.
you guys get a good night's rest, some like actual beds, not camping, some good hearty stew. Svetlana makes you that special radish soup. Radish stew, whatever it
Do
is.
we sleep real good?
Oh yeah, like it's like tryptophan and turkey times 10.
Nice.
Also, just you wake up, you know, you feel like super relaxed. Everything. You go to bed, you wake up, and you just feel like mentally sharp. Not going to give you anything, but
Nice.
You feel like if you were kind of foggy headed or something, it would help. You guys set out. You said you were going to kind of circle around. I'll let you guys. You guys should be able to take control of the character party. Yeah.
You want me to do a survival check for my...
Oh, travel thing, yeah. Another wonderful sunny day.
If that was not sufficient to beat the difficulty, I think it was a 14. Well, that was in the woods. I don't know about the grassland. But if that is insufficient, I would like to use a hero point.
Actually, that's barely sufficient.
All right.
So I think, Sean, you have ability to move it if you wanted to move it. Someone else wants to.
So, grasslands is 1 action per hex, right? So we should have a total of 4
to travel.
I would like to. Right. I'm gonna use the first one to move. Well, it's not just to travel. We get 4 actions.
Yeah, I'm saying it's 1 action to travel.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then we're gonna reconnoiter this hex, which I believe is in cost the same number as to move into it. So it's 1.
Okay.
And then we're gonna map it, which I believe is the same action cost as moving into it. To map it, I believe does take a survival check. Reconnoiter, I don't think does. But reconnoiter, we would find anything that doesn't require a check to find it, and we would trigger any checks for things that require checks to find them, like hidden caves or a hidden monastery or whatever.
I do that. So yeah, go ahead and roll the survival check. See if you need to map it. So yeah, you successfully have this mapped out.
And then with our last hex, we'll start moving and find a camp somewhere on our way into the next hex. You know, like use the last one for a movement, and then we can start the day, reconnoiter, and map, and we'll have 2 hexes left. I think we're 2 actions left. I think we're 1 hex away from the target, I think. So we'll move in, and if need be, reconnoiter to find it with the last 2 actions for the day.
You guys map out this area, and the previous square, you map it out. Mm-hmm. There's nothing really of note in that square, but you're able to map it out. You know, it's just a plain square. There doesn't seem to be there's no structures or anything interesting about it. This one you do find, like, because it's kind of like up against this forest is kind of like a little bit of a ravine. And you notice kind of you're able to spot, like, from a certain angle in the ravine, you spot like a cave opening, and you investigate a little bit closer, and you see that it looks like a long abandoned kind of a mine, but you quickly spot some veins of what appears to be gold.
Look at jackpot, boys.
This is how it starts. This is how legends are made.
Yeah, let's go investigate that a little more, maybe.
Yeah, do we want to dive into that?
We could check out the mine, sure.
Now, you guys would know, like, looking at this, like, there's some veins of ore. It would be an operation to basically get it out. It's not like you're gonna just sit here and chip it out, and then 2 hours later you got 20 pounds of gold type of thing. But it is, at the end of the day, basically what this would be is a resource. You know where a gold mine is. So for your,
and there's no
gold mine guy.
There's no like monsters in there, I guess. That was the thing that
signs of, like, why they abandon it.
It looks pretty long abandoned, yeah.
But not because they fled monsters or something.
Yeah, you don't see any dead bodies or anything in there.
Okay. Great.
Make camp?
Yep, make camp.
I like that. Yeah.
Well, as you guys are coming out of this mine, you kind of hear this like low growling, and then like a couple yips, and you spot what at first you think is a dog or some sort of coyote or something, but as it comes into clear view, it looks a little more wild and feral than that. And then like you see one of them kind of in front of you, and it's kind of like growling, and then like a weird like yipping barking noise.
Oh, that's nightmare fuel right there.
And
Okay.
I don't like that.
as you're kind of
think-
focusing on that, you hear like a couple more growls from behind you, and you look, and there's like 2 more behind you
In the cave?
in the ravine. Like as you come out of the cave in the ravine.
Okay. Does that mean like we're looking down on
Okay.
them? Because
No, they're in the ravine with you.
Yeah, the mine is in the ravine.
Okay.
Well, here we go.
And we will roll initiative. This is just like a makeshift ravine here. Walls are like 15, 20 feet. Fairly steep.
Okay.
It'd be like climb check.
Are you asking us to pretend, Joe?
Yep. I'm asking you to pretend.
Damn it, man.
Just giving you
I don't know
a
if we can do that.
just giving you an overview of the land. If someone wanted to, fly or something. And Claw, you are up.
All right. Let's see. 25,
Oh.
35, 30. All right. What does that mean for us? Yeah, why would we expect anything other than that? We have to. I'm gonna, in true Pathfinder fashion, try again and suck worse. Those 2 actions. Then I'm gonna to there. He's gonna try to bite this thing. She is gonna try to bite this thing. The wolf. Yeah, look at that. And I'm just gonna end my travesty of a turn. Lindsay, we probably want to have her sing her song and get out of the way. Maybe use a crossbow if she has one.
She's gonna do her inspire courage. Then I think she's just gonna stand here. She's kind of in the middle of them, but she's gonna stand here by you guys for now, and then use telekinetic projectile at this one here. Yep, so damage, probably. I'll look into that. Alrighty, and that is her turn. She's starting to get a little more brave, but she's still not going to be rushing in by any means. And then Oksana, you are up.
She is going to give this dude over here the evil eye.
Which guy is the guy down south there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Okay.
And try again.
then-
There's nothing to stop you. Try again.
But I want to be able to do an attack, so I'm going to do needle darts. Sorry. Cold iron.
All right.
Nice.
Dang.
And that's my turn. I don't have anything else.
Right, that thing is near death. That's how you. I think they rolled really crappy.
We'll finish that one off.
Yeah, I was debating, like, would she go to the one that's almost dead, or would she use her giant, her bastard sword? Oh, yeah.
This rolls instead
That
of
thing is dead.
private, sneaky.
Oh, she critically. That thing is dead. So move thing, and then I guess she'll just start to move back.
Strip the middle there.
Penny, you are up. And when you're talking about grouping up earlier, there is benefits, like if you are flanking something, like that does reduce their AC by 2, so it increases chance of criticals. And
I don't want to measure distance. I want to select a token, and then I want to go here. There we go. And then I'm going to do an attack with my precision strike. Oof. Well, at least it's not a critical miss. And then I'm going to do my second strike.
you do have hero points, just don't.
At a minus.
Yep.
Oh, right.
3 of them.
I forget about that. Okay, so I'm gonna reroll.
Most likely to hit.
This is Pathfinder. You
Yep.
gotta use all your hero points in the first 2 rounds.
Exactly. Yeah. Reroll using a hero point, and then I'm gonna use one of my. You're kidding me. So my second attack, though, is going to hit, and it's going to be good, and so we're going to do that.
Why is your second attack? Why are you fighting?
Because I hit the wrong button. That should have been a attack with my rapier.
Let me undo it then, and then just roll your damage for your. If you look on your actions, there should be you should see damage.
Yep, damage. Sounds good. And then the last thing I'm going to do.
Now you did 6 damage.
Yeah, that's great. And then I'm going to use the dueling parry as my third action, which increases my armor class. And that should be the end of my turn. So I'm going to go there. Okay.
Yeah, this thing is pennies in its face. It's gonna take advantage.
Makes sense.
All right, it is gonna use its. It's basically just gonna let out a vicious cry in an attempt to demoralize you. It does give you the frightened, and then kind of startles you. You got up in this thing, and it's just. It bears its many rows of teeth. You're I didn't think it had that many teeth.
Okay. So I got a -1 on all my attacks.
Yeah, it's gonna try to bite you again.
But it doesn't matter. Miss and a critical miss. Oh, wait. On a critical miss. Oh. Hold on a second. No, maybe I don't. Not yet. Not yet. Soon.
Alrighty, this thing is going to spot that little tiny.
Come at me.
The tiny target looks like a little easier of a target to it.
Weather is changing. What's this tomorrow's rainbow thing?
Timora's rainbow. It's a random target selector.
Ah, got it.
Timora is the goddess of luck.
Yeah. That I was same one as in 5e.
Yes.
Alrighty, it does not intimidate you, and it doesn't fight you either. That's its turn.
Well, there. So take that, Mr. Whatever you are.
Jockey Unquok. Ugh. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Me neither. That is not even letters I recognize. Badly injured. I'm gonna have my wolf. Gonna give him 2 actions. The first one's gonna be to bite. Ugh. I am gonna use a hero point for that. It can't be worse, but it could be the same. So I'm just gonna move on from that. I guess I'm gonna bite again. I mean, there we go. Second action. But sure, 4 points of damage. It's still alive, because why wouldn't it be? That is 2 attacks, so we want something with a saving throw, huh? We can do that. I'm gonna cast a caustic blast at this thing. You know, something like that. If it could please fail a basic reflex saving throw, I'll give you some damage either way, because it's either all or half. Oh! Right, at least it failed a saving throw, yay, and my turn.
It's Lindsay's turn.
I didn't critically fail, did it?
No, just a regular failure.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, I see the roll now.
Alrighty, she hits for 3 damage.
Hooray!
That's it. And then I think Oksana, you are next, right? As it's almost loaded.
Is she done now?
She's done.
Cool. Yep. I'm going to do needle darts again. Thought I. Oh. I'm going to use a hero point for that. And reroll. 2, there we go.
That's how
Critical
it's,
hit.
that's how it's supposed to
go.
Hoo-ha. 8.
You would be double that.
Yeah, so 16.
It's gonna take double and a point of. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say bleed damage.
Well, thank you.
Instead,
Yes, it bleeds all the way out.
all the bleed.
Oh, they don't have any gear. No loot. Not that there's a surprise to that, but, you know. A boy can dream. A girl can dream. Sorry.
So who needs tree wounds?
I'm full up still. I haven't taken any damage.
Yeah. You didn't get me.
I don't think any of us got hurt then, huh?
No, he got
No.
frightened.
Nope.
Penny got frightened, but then it missed it
That's
twice.
right. Yeah,
Other than
okay,
that,
cool.
Nobody got bit, so
There was our experience so that everybody sees it too.
yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Another 60. Another average difficulty.
Little encounter there.
And now
or-
we get to camp.
Now you get to camp.
Yeah. All right.